In the last video, we transformed this barren backyard into a beautiful gardenscape. Now, it's time to do the same to our very sad looking front yard. Oh yeah, and we still need to decorate that greenhouse too. Starting off, I'm going to lay out my paths and spread some moss to give us a lush and fresh front yard. After the yard was laid out, I cleared a path through the river so we could build a bridge. I wanted this one to be a bit bigger than the ones in the backyard, but not grand. Just an old plank bridge with stone supports and ivy overgrowth. Now that the bridge is done, I start to lay out some of the natural features to my yard, like some big rocks, hills, and even trees. We want to make sure we keep the mountain feel.
So we got our area all prepped, we got some trees planted, we got our moss laid down, we got our paths in, which I may change because I'm not a huge fan of that stone, at least for this build. But next, I want to build a game processing station over here, kind of like we did for the hunter's camp, but we have access to being able to place meals and meat down now. So we're going to redesign a new one, and I'm excited for that. All right, so this is looking good so far. I'm really pleased with this, but we got to change some things. We got to get a path and some dirt around here. And I want this tree right here to grow. And we're going to build a cross member between the two trees. And we're going to build some sort of contraption to hang your game on. And then you can bring it over here to your table and do your fine work and your fine cuts, trimming your fat, all the goody stuff. But for now, let's get this path done. Yeah, there we go. That's looking a little bit better. Wait a minute. Where's my dog? You under here? No. Buster. 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 Buster, what in the hell are you doing in the fire? Get out of there. You can't scare me like that, dude. All right, with a huge worry off my mind, we can now focus on our next task. I know a lot of you have probably been waiting for this. Buster. Buster. While we wait for that tree to grow, we're gonna go ahead and step inside and knock out this greenhouse. All right, so this is gonna be a little tricky. Reason being, I have a lot of ideas and very limited space, but we're gonna do what we can here. I'm gonna leave this door open. That way I know how much space I have to utilize here. But other than that, I mean, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. So first we're gonna start with our big items, and we're just gonna kind of get a general layout for this thing. I really like these simplistic wooden shelves here. You can just make these at the crafting bench. I feel like they get overlooked so much because they're a beginning item, you know? But they could be used for so much. So we'll place a couple of those down. Don't worry about that clipping through right there. We're just going to ignore that. Let's see, we'll throw a couple of these over here as well. Maybe one there. And another one right next to it. We'll place that there. We're gonna have to pick that up in order to get our soil inside of it, but that's fine. I just want to get a layout for now so I know what I'm working with here. Doesn't look like I have any tables left, so I'm gonna go grab some of those. And you know what? I think a couple of these tavern counters are gonna work out really nicely for us. And you know, maybe one of these banquet tables. And hell, we'll grab just a traditional wooden table too. You know, I'm a fan of these rustic tables. I'm just not trying to overuse them because I use them all the time. They're just so darn good looking. There's a reason. All right, let's head back. We'll go like that. They're a little off from each other, but that's okay. It's out here in the weather, you know, so they're gonna look slightly different. And we'll design our own little planter over here. Yeah, something like that. We might be able to fill that with soil and put some plants in there. That'll look pretty cool. Maybe we'll put that there. We'll move this stuff down a little bit to give it room. Excellent. Okay, I think this is a good layout. And now from here, we could just start filling it with all of our greenery. And starting with the most difficult thing first, which I think is going to be this. Let's go ahead and just slap some in there like that. Let's see if we can do this without picking up that trough. If we can, then excellent. If not, it is what it is. We know how to make it work, right? Beautiful. That works out great. Okay, so what do we want to plant in this thing? I feel like strawberries would be good. What I don't want is for whatever I plant here to grow outward so much that it's interfering with the walking space around it. I think the strawberries would do that, even though they look good. So we're gonna go with the bell peppers because they grow straight up.
And we're just gonna stagger these things. Yeah, let those roots hang out. If you watch the tutorial video on how to build these things, I love when these roots hang out like that, because after everything's all grown, it gives a more natural look to it. Like the roots have found their own path through the wood and through the soil and over the side. There we go. We'll let those grow. And if we don't like it, we'll just pull them out and we'll plant something else, right? It's super easy. All right, now moving on to this little thing here. Let's place that down. Give that a little clean up. Now this is in a corner, so we might get away with using strawberries if we sink this down a little bit. And then we're going to tilt it towards us so they kind of grow out. Then maybe we'll rotate it a little bit. Yeah, we'll go like that for now. And a lot of this is going to be dependent on how it looks after it grows, right? So we're going to try some things. We're going to give it some time, let it grow, take a look at it. If we don't like it, we change it. Dude, you're soaked and you're dirty. What's up? What's up? You want that love, don't you? There you go. Good boy. He's an all right doggo, except for when he gets in the fire. All right, so for this thing, we're gonna pick it on up. We're gonna grab our hammer. We're gonna go with our soil, and I think we're going to try this. This is a gamble. And it looked like it worked in our favor. All right, and I think some tomatoes are gonna look good in that. Yep. Let those vines pop through just like that. Please stay. Cool. Now, this might be a little rough. There we go. Something like that. I think that's going to work out just fine. All right, now with the barrel, pick it up. We're going to do the same thing we just did. Slap that guy down. Clean it all up. Perfect. And we'll come down to the bottom and we'll get rid of those. Just like that. Grab our barrel, drop this thing down to like right there. And maybe we'll do another strawberry plant over here too. And it stays. Brilliant. All right, now in this corner above our strawberries, we're gonna try something here. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're just playing around. Maybe one more above it, going this way. And let's actually lower this one. There we go. I like that. We can put some little potted plants on those. I dig it. And maybe we'll do another one over here because this corner's looking kind of bland at the moment, isn't it? Yep. All right, now that these bell peppers are grown, I have decided to remove them. So let's, oh, look at our tomatoes. That is looking good. I appreciate that. And our strawberries are looking good too. Man, so I guess strawberries would have been fine here, huh? They're not as wide as I thought they were. That's okay. We'll find something else to plant here. So I think I'm going to decide to go with forest beets and chamomile. We'll just kind of mix these in here just like that. And then let's see if we can sprinkle some mushrooms in here too. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but might as well try because I think it would look cool. And we'll try that one too. Sure. All right, yeah, that's looking good. Okay, moving on. There we go. That's that's actually kind of cool, isn't it? I like the idea. Let's find a better spot for it. Man, that is cool. This came out way better than I thought. I absolutely love it. Just like all the other planters, we're going to do the same thing here, same concept, but we're just going to use a wagon instead. All right, next I want to put some outdoor gardening here as well. I think from the path and then pressed up against those rocks, that's gonna look cool. So this is what I'm thinking. We'll grab our roughly cut stone here and let's go like this. Put those in right there, then pull them out. And then just above that, we'll place those in there and have it go into the ground, just like that. And we'll grab our curved round door here. Oh, we need more flower soil. All right.
Don't overwork this.
Don't tell me what to do. And now we're gonna plant all kinds of goodies in here. There we go. Now we'll just let that grow. But I think I want to add a little bit of definition to this thing. This piece was really just a space filler, but it's a pretty cool way to fill space in my opinion. All right, yeah, so that's looking pretty good. We got some color in there. We got a little bit of details going on and it lights up at night. Pretty simple, but pretty cool. Now over here, I debated what I was gonna do with this spot. I thought about turning it into another pond. I thought that would have been cool, but I didn't want to overdo it with the water or the ice. So then I decided, well, hell, Buster doesn't have a place to hang out and play, right? So I'll turn this into like a dog pen or a dog run. I think that'll be pretty cool, and it's something different that we haven't done in a build before. All right, enough yapping. Let's get started. Okay, so to make it nice and easy to let Buster in and out, I think we'll put our gate like right there. And we can come out, we can let him go and hang out in there and not worry about it. Buster, what in the hell are you doing in the fire? Okay, so we'll put our gate there. We'll just kind of bring this wall around. And we're just going to kind of outline this path. We're going to use this available space here. Yeah, I think that's cool. That should work just fine. All right, now this is the tricky part. Is taking the time to line all these up how we want them. And we could totally add more rock to it once we get a general path too. Yeah, I'm loving the uneven weaviness of this fence. That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and detail this thing up now. Yeah, that should work just fine. Try to get as much of this done before the sun sets. Yeah, okay, that looks cool. And it will also roughen it up, of course, but we still got to go around this whole fence and add some more stone and take some away and just kind of shape it. But I'm gonna go get some sleep first. All right, there we go. That's a sweet little dog pen. All right, now we got to build him a dog house too. You think maybe like right here? And then he has all that to play. Yeah, I think that's the spot.
I had a general idea of what I wanted to do here, but nothing exact. I just picked a few blocks and started playing around until more ideas came to mind.
All right, that's kind of cool. Now I want to take this straw roof block and I want to fill it in there and hope that it clips through to give some texture. There we go. I think that's kind of cool. I'm totally good with that. Now, I know this isn't a dog bed. I just think it looks cool. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now we're going to try something here. Okay, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We add some ice. And then we get our goat feeder. There we go. And it's got a water bowl. All right, with the dog in here, this grass ain't gonna stay perfect for long. So go ahead and pull some of this out and replace it with dirt. All right, we're looking pretty good. In fact, let's go get him. Let's bring him out here. Oh, damn it. Where's he at? Not this again. Okay, what we'll do is we'll pick this one up. We'll put that one in there. Then we'll put this one outside for some sunbathing. Maybe over here by his water bowl. Alright, so over here in the dirt, we'll grab this dummy and we'll lay him down, maybe like that. And that becomes Buster's chew toy. Okay, and then maybe right over here, we'll dig a hole 3 deep. We'll put a bone block in there because Buster likes to bury his bones, don't you? This will be his little stash. There we go, Buster's little hidey hole, his little secret stash. And then one last thing to complete this all. Get out of the way, Buster. We'll give him a leg of meat, because Hims is a good boy. All right, and that completes his dog pen. All right, now that this tree's grown, we can work on our game hanging area. So we'll come right about here. I'm just gonna use the raw wood for this. I think it's gonna look the best. We're gonna stretch this across to the other tree. And it's perfectly in line, almost like I planned it. Okay, and then across the front here, we'll add just a few more. I think like that will do. Okay, we're gonna get our pulley. I'm just gonna rotate this and make it fit somehow. We got enough space there, barely. I think I like it like that. And then on this side, I'm gonna hang an extra chain just for hanging extra stuff. And then on this side, we'll throw it light. And then coming back here, We'll give ourselves a little fence, sink it down into the dirt a little bit, and we'll tilt it like that. Maybe drop it down just a hair more. There we go. I'm good with that. Just something to kind of help us cordon off this area here. We'll put a bucket down there for catching all the nasties. And of course, just some other details to kind of fill this space. Okay, now there's one last thing I want to build. And I think that's it for the mountain cabin. We can call that complete. I pushed my own limits and I believe I became a better builder with this project. I learned new techniques and tried some things that failed and learned how to correct them and pieced together this beautiful property in the mountains. Which reminds me, we need to get our residents and move them in. There we go. Enjoy your new home, guys. It feels like it was just last video I was thanking you guys because we had hit 500 subs. And we've already doubled that. And that's all thanks to you guys for watching and liking these videos and sharing them with your friends. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. Take care now.
All right, so we got this area all prepped up. We put in some grass. Coffee. All right, let's start that all over again. In fact, let's just wait for the morning light. Start over again. What is this? Take 6? All right.
Wow. There we go. That's cool. Wait. That ain't cool. Of course, the weather set in. Now it's snowing. And have it go into the ground. Just like that. Just to make it look a little bit more foundationalized. That's not a word, I don't think.